Chapter 15, question 12, asks you to draw the structure for the steroid nucleus. So if someone were to draw any sort of molecule and ask you, is that a steroid? Or say you're working in a pharmacy and with every drug will come a picture of the structure of the molecule and you want to know whether it's a steroid or not. How do you know? If a molecule has what's called the steroid nucleus, then it is a steroid. If it doesn't have the steroid nucleus, then it is not a steroid. So what is the steroid nucleus? The steroid nucleus is a group of rings. And so you'll have 3 rings that are 6-membered rings. So draw a 6-membered ring. Right next to it, draw another one. Now we're going to go up and to the right. So over here, go up, up. And so that's 3 6-membered rings. Let me make that a little more symmetrical. And then you want a 5-membered ring. So right there. And that is the steroid nucleus. So that's a fun fact, but why would this be, what is the significance of steroids and why would this be so crucial in making them steroids or not? Steroids are a class of very potent hormones. That's what a steroid is. And in particular, a lot of steroids tend to be derived from cholesterol, which has this steroid nucleus. And that determines the sex characteristics of a person, male or female, the muscle mass, whether you grow a beard or not. Those are determined by sex hormones that come from cholesterol, which has this steroid nucleus. Why would it have this structure and not a different structure? Why is this structure such a good structure for potent hormones, for potent chemical messengers? Well, what you want for a potent chemical messenger is for the molecule to fit reliably into the receptor. So you can imagine a receptor as a sort of Pac-Man, whether it's an enzyme or a protein on the surface of a cell waiting for a message. What you want is for the messenger to always fit very reliably into that cell. Rings are in rigid structures, and so these rings can't just start rolling around and forming different shapes. They're very reliable shapes that will always fit into the pocket of a receptor. If you compare that with something like a straight chain, even a small one, like hexane, all of those single bonds can rotate. And so here are some other ways that you could have hexane. That's also hexane. This is, that's hexane. And you can go on ad infinitum. A straight chain, all the bonds can rotate, and so you can get lots of different shapes. And only one of them would fit into the enzyme pocket. So they're not reliable chemical messengers. For reliable chemical messengers, you want rings. You want rings because those can't change shape like the straight chains can. And so this structure, this nucleus, that has 4 rings is going to have a very reliable shape and will very reliably fit into receptor sites, and so is a great basis for hormones.